Good evening, VV Nation, and welcome to the channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. And yes, this is a stock that could more than double. I'm thinking maybe even triple in price. Now, before I get into it, a lot of what's going on behind this stock is a lot of tariff information. We're looking, the big thing that could happen is if we get a deal with China from a tariff perspective, that could shoot the market to the moon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And one of the big things about a China deal would be rare earth metals. That's right, rare earth metals. And because they're used in everything that's electronic, and China's trying to put the kibosh to jack up the supply line on it, lots of companies within the U.S. are trying to get more of it. The president has put out an emergency bill to put more emphasis on mining for rare earth metals. So let me get to what the stock is, UAMY. Now, there's a lot of other stocks out there that are in the rare earth space, but this is my top pick in that space that could do really, really well, and I'm going to explain that throughout the portion of the video. Now, it's a Friday video. I am doing a series on knowing when to get stopped out of stocks, right? So I'm going to tie that into that series as well, but I think I needed to put some light, put some emphasis on a stock like UAMY because there's stocks out there like M&P, like USAR, like REMX, and that we're going to look at in a second that are in the space. But my pick in the space is UAMY. Now, let's talk about why. Yes, the stock is overvalued, trading at $3.21 right as I do this video with a value of $2.35. I totally understand that. It's up 7% today. What catches my attention as a low dollar stock is the relative value, the upside potential as compared to a AAA corporate bond is above the value of one. This stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond by 42% over the next 1 to 3 years. This stock's got some growth capability. Relative safety below one, but with a relative value above one, relative safety below one, this is more of an aggressive pick. What I also do like about it, the stock's in an uptrend, but a lot of stocks in the space are in uptrends because there's a lot of demand with dwindling supply. VST above one, CI above one. This tells me that the stock goes up more than it goes down, and that's important, especially when I'm looking for a stock to double or triple in price. Earnings growth rate, why is that important? Because earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher. It's got an earnings growth rate, double digits, 43%, and these are some of the things just from a VectorVest standpoint of why this stock stands out to me. Now, very quickly, I'm going to add the other stocks that made my list as well. We're going to look at USAR, comma, REMX, which is an ETF, comma, I like ETFs. M&P, I had somebody in my live stream trying to argue the case for M&P this week in a live stream, and NB. So here's other stocks that are in the space. Is this all of the stocks are in the space? No, but these are 5 or 6 altogether that I do know of. And when I look at that relative value, look at that value. Only one other stock has a relative value above one, and that is Energy Fuels, UUUU, primarily for the uranium space, but it does have some growth capability, also overvalued. Notice because the issues with supply, all of these stocks are overvalued. Every single one of them. Why? Because there's a lot of eyeballs being put on these stocks. Look at the earnings growth rate. Look at UAMY is the top one in the list by earnings growth rate, followed by UUUU. The others are either negative or single digit. All right, CI. There's only 2 that have a CI above 1. That's UAMY and MP. Now, it's interesting when you look at a graph, when you look at a list of stocks, when you can sort by our indicators and find a stock that consistently is at the top of the list, that should catch your attention. So UAMY, I think, has got the probability to double or triple. So what is that? From $3 to about $9 would be my tripling of the pricing. As you can see, that's why I stand on UAMY is the stock that could 2 to 3 times probably before the end of the year or even sooner. Now, let's add in what I'm doing for the series on getting out of stocks. I'm going to go to my second go-to graph. I'm going to graph them all. And now, because I'm looking at these from a longer-term perspective, especially UAMY, I'm going to look at the near-perfect indicator graph. The reason why I do that is because it uses moving averages on the stop price of the stock and on the relative timing. The beautiful thing about UAMY, no matter how much it's moved up and down, long term it has trend. Looking at the 5 and the 40-day moving average of the stop price of the stock, the whole 3-month time period, you know I like 3 months, the whole 3-month time period, it's been in trend. Even on the pullbacks, longer term holders, I like that. Now, if you're a shorter term trader, it does give you exit points to get out of the stock. Another way to know when to sell, looking at this graph, is when the moving averages of RT cross below. That's a good opportunity to take profits off the table and wait to get back in when the RT crosses down here. But right now, let me move this over. When RT crosses down here, hasn't happened yet. But if I'm a long-term holder of the stock, I've had trend, the blue line above the red line, for the whole 3 months. And then go to the next one. M&P, not nearly as strong as UAMY. Getting ready to happen, but not there. A lot more volatile in the move. Let's go to the next one. UUUU, recently in new trend, but notice that for the whole 3 months, it hasn't been in trend. Got an early entry right here as far as RT is concerned for the shorter term person. Let's go to the next one. Again, no trend for the whole 3 months. Recently getting up to the level of getting into trend. Early entry for those people who want to get in now when the RT crosses over. Looking at USAR, still not trend for the whole 3 months. Love to move on it right now on USAR. USAR, as you can look, is a little bit more volatile than UAMY. Good entry now. Look at that. RT hasn't crossed yet. Good entry now. Let's see what happens. And now, next one, NB. Actually almost had trend for the full 3 months, just like UAMY, a little bit more docile as far as the move as compared to UAMY. So UMAY is my stock choice pick of going further into the year. Hopefully, if a deal gets signed with China, we'll have some relief on the rare earth metals coming from China. UAMY is my big stock pick out of all of these stocks. You know what I'm going to do? How about this? I'm going to make a quick folio of these stocks. I'm going to call it 2025 Rare Earth. Rare Earth. And you know something? I'm going to put this into a $20,000 portfolio. I don't want any commission. It's going to be long. I'm not going to put any stops. I want to track this to see if my thought process works its way out into the rest of the year. I think that UAMY is going to either double or triple before the end of the year, and I'm going to be able to show the bones by way of the portfolio. Let's click on OK. It's going to automatically create the portfolio, and I will do some updates throughout the year in regards to what's going on with these stocks. So I think that not only did we cover the whole idea of getting in and getting out at the right time, but the stocks that I feel from a rare earth perspective and a possible deal with China and the president putting more emphasis on trying to get more rare earths mined, I think UAMY stands to be a big winner in the space. That's all I got to say, folks. This video is over. If you're brand new to the channel and you like the content that you saw today, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be updated when new stocks, when new information comes out. Folks, if you found that this was useful, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this content, because this is what we do on the channel. But UAMY, I think has the potential to double or triple before the end of the year. Folks, this video is over. Until the next time, see ya.